Hello and welcome to the 2020 TECNA Innovation Awards. I'm Cara, the awards chair and the Chief Community Engagement Officer and Chief of Staff at the Technology Association of Oregon. It's really fun to be here. I'm coming at you from Portland. I'm going to keep my script close to hand. My cat may walk through, my dog's likely going to bark, and while we wish we were doing this in person, it's still an awesome opportunity to celebrate together. So my co-host and I have dressed for the occasion. We're delighted you've joined us as we celebrate the outstanding work completed by TECNA Member Council staff in 2019. We recognize that these nominations are just a small glimpse at the work your teams have been doing, and it's truly amazing, and there's so much innovative work. You should all be really, really proud. I'd like to invite my co-host, Doug Robertson, to say a few words.
Thanks, Cara. That was great. From beautiful Portland on the U.S. West Coast to Moncton, New Brunswick here on Canada's Atlantic coast. Welcome indeed to the 2020 TECNA Innovation Awards. Like Cara, I want to acknowledge the tremendous work of all of our tech councils. We're some 60 organizations across Canada and the U.S. And the tremendous work that all of you do is the reason we have these innovation awards each year. And the response this year has been tremendous. Before I go further, I do want to briefly acknowledge the tremendous support we get from our TECNA's strategic sponsors. Many of you work with Apprenti to develop your workforce and talent and apprenticeship programs. Apprenti provides support throughout the U.S. and Canada with programs facilitating and training your teams. The Nicholas Hill Group is a new partner in 2020, providing our members, as well as your member organizations, with health insurance benefits. We've already had a number of member councils begin offering this benefit to their staff and members, and it's proving quite successful. Finally, our newest partnership is with HRBI Inc., which provides TECNA member councils with 401k benefit support to your staff. And through their program, you can in turn offer a 401k program to your member organizations as an added member benefit. So we certainly want to thank all of these organizations for their support of TECNA and encourage each of you to reach out to the TECNA team, Tim and Alina, if you have any questions regarding working with those organizations. Before I go any further, I wanted to do something a little special. I'm sitting here in the chambers in City Hall in Moncton, which has a special connection for me and our organization. It was in this building that the discussions began that led to the establishment of Venn, and we've had a tremendous and close working relationship with the City of Moncton throughout our first 10 plus years of operation, working with them in a number of facets, from talent and immigration to policy support, attracting investment to the community, and those kinds of things, which all of you do. We all have a close working relationship with all three levels of government. And I wanted to briefly introduce a very special guest to the awards to bring a few words of welcome. So please welcome Her Worship, Mayor Don Arnold of the City of Moncton.
Thank you, Doug, and welcome to Moncton, New Brunswick on Canada's beautiful East Coast. Welcome to the TECNA Awards, and thank you for all of the work that you are doing to solve those big, thorny, complex problems. We need this innovation right now, particularly during challenging times like this. At the City of Moncton, we've had a really close relationship with Venn, and we've benefited greatly from that relationship and nurturing these young startups and innovative people in our community. So welcome to the awards, and congratulations to all of the award winners and nominees.
Thanks so much, Don. That was great. Now I'd like to hand it back to my co-chair, the talented Cara Snow in Portland, Oregon, who is going to do a brief overview of the awards before we move on to the first category. So, Cara, over to you.
Thanks so much, Doug. It is incredible what our 60-plus council members are doing around North America, and we're going to see just a small glimpse of that as we roll on into the awards portion. And before we do, I'd like to thank our judging committee for their time and careful consideration of all nominations received. The committee is made up of several people with many years of experience working and leading tech councils in the US and Canada, and they were truly impressed with the work being completed by the members of our council teams. I'd like to thank Bill Tam, Tino Mantella, and Nika Allen for their thoughtful consideration and amazing input as we selected our winners. Thank you again to them for all of their help. And now, on to the awards. I'm going to hand it off to you, Doug. Give us that first award coming straight out of Canada.
Thanks, Cara. Through the magic of virtual productions, while you were luxuriating in your living room, I sprinted down from City Hall back to Venn for this next award. This has been an extraordinary year by any measure, and we've all had to react and respond and adjust how we do business and help the companies that we support, how they do business, and to cope with the challenges that have been presented by the pandemic. So because of the extraordinary circumstances around COVID-19, we thought it only appropriate that we introduce a special award for this year. Instead of recognizing work completed in 2019, we wanted to have an award to recognize the extraordinary work that all of you have done over these past several months in response to the pandemic. So, and it has been quite extraordinary, as we've seen working with so many of the councils across Canada, US. It's really been impressive and inspiring, the response by all of you. So this award recognizes work by councils in Q1 and Q2 of 2020. And so please take a look at the finalists for the initial COVID response plans and actions.
Hi, this is Saj Jamal from Communitech. When the COVID crisis first started, Communitech realized we needed to do things to protect the health and well-being of people, protect jobs, and protect companies in that order. We ran two campaigns. The first was a PPE drive, and the second was a fundraiser for our community. For the PPE drive, Communitech partnered with Catholic Capital, the Westmount Golf Course, the Regions 3 hospitals. In a 2-week campaign, we were able to collect 110,000 gloves, over 2,000 boxes of the highly sought-after N95 masks, 522 surgical gowns, and 40 bottles of antivirus spray. The second thing we did was running the This Too Will Pass fundraiser. And working with the KW Community Foundation, which is the Kitchener-Waterloo Community Foundation, and one of the things we found was that people, while being at home, some were safe, but many were at risk. We went to charities that provided help for women and children in crisis at home, to people that were homeless, and to people with mental health issues. We ran a campaign by going to 6 tech partners, and I'm just going to read them so I don't want to forget them, were Fair Ventures, Interact, Rogers, Sonova, TD, and Thomson Reuters, and we were able to create a challenge fund, allowing us to triple the donations of anybody that donated. And in 25 days, we were able to raise over $200,000. That money now is going to the charities that I outlined, but in addition, because we exceeded our target, we're also, due to recent events, providing monies to the Black Lives Matter. At Communitech, we're a community of tech, and we do what's right. And what's right now is tech helping our community.
Hi, I'm Ruthie Ditzler, the Marketing and Regional Programs Coordinator with the Technology Association of Oregon. As the COVID pandemic became increasingly serious this spring, our staff considered how best to support our member companies by providing relevant content and answers to the unknowns faced by businesses in our region. Since mid-March, we've hosted over 50 virtual events, ranging from a week-long virtual ag tech design sprint to a member-exclusive premiere of a documentary about women in tech. Our members were concerned about resiliency, so in response, our team created a series of 30-minute calls featuring executives, elected officials, and community partners from around Oregon and the nation. In addition to keeping our members connected with community representatives, we also wanted to find a way to help them support each other. So to do this, we created a resource list that highlights solutions and expertise that member companies are providing in response to COVID. The resource list is a living document that continues to grow as TAO members reach out with offers of support, and it has been shared widely throughout the state.
In the early stages of the COVID-19 shutdown, TechPoint heard our member organizations express uncertainty regarding confidently reopening their workplaces. Additionally, we recognize that thousands of college students have lost their on-site summer internships. To help, our team opted for a bold, multi-pronged approach. First, we executed the Smart Restart initiative in order to aggregate and curate resources, support a safe return to work playbook, and facilitate bi-weekly Zoom calls to answer return to work questions together. Next, we created the Summer Opportunity for Students, or SOS Challenge. We are providing 500 students a 5-week summer experience to work in teams on a COVID-related challenge. It is with enthusiasm and pride that TechPoint presents our nomination for the 2020 TECNA Innovation Awards, Initial COVID Response Plan Actions category. Thank you.
Hello, TECNA. I'm Dan Gunn from Viatech in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, and we're really honored to be considered for the COVID Response Award through TECNA. Let me just tell you a little bit about what we did. Our crew responded quite quickly, as I'm sure all of the TECNA members did, and we recognized that our members needed us more than ever to bring them together. And so a list of some of the things that we did was we deferred all the membership, or gave them the option to defer their membership. Many of them chose to support us anyways, which was nice, but we wanted to help them preserve the cash flow. We made our online job board free. We put out a survey to find out how companies were responding, what programs were working for them, what weren't, what their expectation of the impact of the COVID crisis was going to be on them. And we shared that widely so that the members could get a sense of where they stood among their peers as far as the response reaction and forecast for what was going to happen next. We also waived the rent for the tenants, the startup tenants in our accelerator facility. We put out a handbook to help companies go through the process of reopening their offices. We put up a resource page on our website, and both that handbook and the webpage are a good example of how we just focus very hard on gathering all the information available, sifting through it and distilling it, and then presenting it to our members in a way that would make it easy for them to operationalize that or consider what they might move into their own operations and their own offices. And you know, it really brought the community together. Our CEO Breakfast Club has been meeting regularly with record attendance to talk about the issues. And so by working hard to bring people together, share information so that they understood what was going on, distill information that was available, and waiving as many fees as we possibly could so that they could preserve their cash flow while they figured out how they were going to be impacted. The reception by our membership has been great, and I'm really proud of the Viatech crew for all that they were able to do. Thanks again.
Those were inspiring, and you should have seen some of the other contestants. Really awesome work, but someone has to win, and I am delighted to announce that the 2020 COVID Pandemic Response Award goes to Viatech, the Victoria Innovation, Advanced Technology and Entrepreneurship Council based in beautiful Victoria, British Columbia. Congratulations to Dan Gunn and his team for your outstanding work in response to COVID-19. And now over to my partner, Cara.
Wow, that was the last minute awards category because we felt like the innovation being driven by this COVID-19 chapter was too impressive to ignore until 2021. So thank you for everyone who's doing the great work. I have the opportunity now to introduce the Award for Creative Marketing and Communications. It recognizes innovation by council staff in 2019 in marketing, communications, and social media used to strengthen the brand, community, and member benefits of the council. Take a look at the videos submitted by the awards finalists.
The Greater Nashville Technology Council submits its nomination for the Creative Marketing and Communications Award. The Nashville Tech Council holds 80-plus events each year to help the Greater Nashville Tech community connect, develop, promote, and unite. For the 2019 Nashville Analytics Summit, the NTC team and the Events Organizing Committee worked to develop new processes to make it easier and more effective for small teams to systematically gather and communicate out the details of sponsors, keynote speakers, speaking and workshop session speakers, and more. The team used tools like Google Forms to collect traditional contact details, the reviewer platform to take submissions and select speakers and co-speaker details, then used tools like Google Sheets, Slides, Zapier, Constant Contact, Attendify, and CoSchedule to automate the generation of consistent promotional images for social media, generate uniform messages for all speakers and sponsors, and to maintain consistent information across all communications. The automation helped the team to consistently schedule promotion to a communications calendar to build anticipation for and participation of the event, which in part led to the 2019 Nashville Analytics Summit having its greatest attendance in its 6-year history. We appreciate the opportunity to submit our nomination for the Creative Marketing and Communications Award 2020. Thank you for the consideration.
Hey, this is Jonathan Kirsten with the Pittsburgh Technology Council. Excited to have a couple submissions this year for the awards. And our first one is during the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the biggest things that came up for our members was the ability to continue telling positive stories as to what's going on in Pittsburgh's technology ecosystem. The demand was so heavy we couldn't handle it with our radio shows, so we spun up a special series called the One Mic Stand. In the course of about 6 weeks, we recorded more than 50 interviews with our member companies, just talking about how they're getting through the pandemic and services they have to help others. Just great stories of inspiration and innovation kind of going on there. It actually led to a really nice sponsorship from Comcast to continue telling another 50 stories through the course of this summer. So very excited about that project. We thought it was pretty innovative and a lot of fun. And most of all, we thought very helpful, that's for sure.
Ashley Fujawa, Director of Marketing with TechPoint from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I'm proud to submit an application for our Red Carpet Experience marketing campaign. This was a multi-channel campaign that stretched beyond our office to all of our member companies and our great community here in Indianapolis to attract and recruit top talent from outside the Hoosier State to join us for a weekend to roll out the red carpet so they could experience the city, picture themselves living in Indianapolis, working in Indianapolis, and be connected with top companies for job interviews, opportunities, but also to experience neighborhoods. The event was super successful. We had a lot of fun and we introduced a lot of people to our community and our thriving tech ecosystem. And we're continuing to do so with drawing in top talent. So we're excited to submit and we're excited to be part of the TECNA family too. Thanks.
And the award goes to TechPoint, based in Indianapolis, Indiana, for their fabulous work. Round of applause. Doug, back to you.
Thanks, Cara, and congratulations, TechPoint, on your outstanding work and indeed to the work of all the finalists in the category. It's my pleasure now to introduce by the way, Cara, you're doing a sensational job. Please keep up the good work. My privilege now to introduce the Award for Public Policy Advocacy, which recognizes the creative efforts led by Tech Council staff in 2019. Please take a look at the award finalists.
Hi, my name is Brandon Bruce. I'm a co-founder of the Knoxville Technology Council in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I'm excited to tell you about an event that we held this past November called Politicode. We held the event on Election Day of 2019. We invited 40 students and their teachers from 7 different schools throughout Knox County, elementary, middle schools, and high schools, and we invited about 24 elected officials. So local, statewide, and federal officials to join us for this event that we called Politicode, in which we turned the tables and the students were the teachers. The students taught the elected officials how to code. The outcomes were fantastic. Elected officials got to learn a lot about what students are learning today vis-a-vis coding and technology in the schools. The students had a great experience because they were in the spotlight and they got to be the teachers because they already know more than most of us when it comes to coding. And the teachers had a great experience. I think the number one takeaway I got from one of the teachers is they said, hey, technically today was a day off for my students, but my students were thanking me for bringing them to this event. They had such a great time. It probably didn't hurt that we also served Chick-fil-A to kick off the event. We got a lot of great press coverage from technology blogs like TECNA Innovation. As you can see here, this is a photo of our Knox County Mayor, Mayor Jacobs, and we got some coverage in the Knoxville News Sentinel. This is a photograph of Stephanie Welch, who's a council person in the city of Knoxville. And we got coverage in the local government blogs and Facebook pages as well. It was such a successful event. We're looking forward to running it again. It's a big election year coming up in 2020, and so we'll be hosting Politicode 2020 on November 3rd. Thanks a lot.
The Greater Nashville Technology Council appreciates the opportunity to submit our nomination for the Public Policy Advocacy Award for the NTC DC Fly-In program. When we redesigned the DC Fly-In program for the NTC, the desired goal was to create a program anew that covered the cost to enable NTC staff to attend the existing TECNA CompTIA DC Fly-In program. The NTC's evolved this program into an all-inclusive travel ticket with its own valuable programming for members. We found in previous years that members lacked the context for their DC trip to meet with policymakers and tech policy experts, and we aimed to provide more context with tours of the Capitol, through the underground tunnel visits to legislative offices to learn more about the goings-on of Congress, special experiences like lunch in the Senate dining room, behind-the-scene tours of the Library of Congress, nighttime walking tours of the Capitol, and other monuments. This year's trip provided the opportunity to meet and engage with policymakers outside of Congress, including at Local Motors to ride an autonomous 3D printed minibus operating at Nashville Harbor, innovation and economic growth, discussions at the U.S. Economic Development Administration, roundtable discussions on workforce development and innovation policy hosted at Amazon's DC office. The program has become something that people want to attend because they were told by their peers that the trip was a worthwhile experience. The program has converted multiple NTC members from political cynics to engaged and passionate advocates. Thank you again for this opportunity, and we appreciate your consideration.
Those were awesome. But again, somebody has to win, and it's my honor to announce that the award this year goes to the Greater Nashville Technology Council for their wonderful work in public policy and advocacy. Congratulations to the Greater Nashville Technology Council. Cara, back to you.
Congratulations to the Greater Nashville Tech Council team. It is really impressive and inspiring work what y'all are doing down there. It's now my pleasure to announce the award for Talent Pipeline and Workforce, which recognizes teams that have developed innovative workforce and talent pipeline initiatives in their region, state, or province. There were many outstanding nominations for the work done by TECNA Member Councils in 2019, so let's take a look at the finalists.
Hi, I'm Kate McLeod, Vice President of the Massachusetts Technology Leadership Council, and we're nominating the Board Ready Bootcamp in the Talent, Pipeline, and Workforce category. Mass TLC's Board Ready Bootcamp is an innovative new one-day program for our region and was created to change the dynamic of the tech company boardroom, one that is historically white and male-dominated. The bootcamp prepares underrepresented professionals who are on a leadership track, specifically African American, Latinx, LGBTQ, and women, to address the lack of diversity on tech boards. The bootcamp provides a high-impact and high-energy curriculum on board fundamentals, strategy, and governance, as well as practical insights from industry leaders with decades of combined experience. We take an intensive dive into the theory and the practice of how boards are structured and how they work. We also create opportunities for participants to meet leaders who can help them on their board journeys and provide ongoing support, access, and exposure for this alumni community. Close to 100 executives from 80 different companies participated in the 2019 boot camps, and we are very excited to continue this program and the work of bringing greater diversity to tech company boards in Massachusetts. Thank you.
The NTC's Emerging Leaders in Technology, or ELITE program, is a 3-month application-only leadership training program where 25 to 30 emerging leaders learn alongside an additional 25 to 30 executive mentors. Together, the cohort participants and mentors participate in a mixture of formal training sessions, hands-on practicums, mentorship meetings, and small group projects. Unlike other and more traditional formal training programs, ELITE seeks to provide an opportunity for both experienced and aspiring tech leaders to come together to collectively gain new skills, share knowledge, and build Nashville's leadership pool in the tech industry. We regularly have executive mentors say they learn just as much from the cohort participants as they do fellow mentors. And now, in our 4th year of the program, we even have some original cohort members returning to serve as mentors for the incoming class. What's more, ELITE graduates and mentors also become some of the most active and reliable volunteers and engaged members of the NTC, frequently participating in our many other events and programs. In this way, ELITE is much more than a tech leadership training program. ELITE instead serves as the entry point for a career-long engagement in personal, professional, and community development right here in Middle Tennessee.
Hi, this is Skip Newberry, President and CEO of TAO, and I'm here to talk about a design sprint that we delivered last year. So last year we developed a more inclusive, accessible, and deconstructed hackathon process that spanned many months and culminated in a series of events, including a week-long design sprint called Breaking the Code. This effort brought together the public and nonprofit sectors, as well as the tech community, and challenges and data sets were provided by the city and county. TAO and its member companies developed tech solutions founded on empathy and understanding of the needs of Black and Brown communities and the community-based organizations that serve them. Each community-based org worked with diverse technologists to receive a roadmap for at least one working technology solution, and through support from our sponsors, they also received $25,000 each to implement those solutions. This effort was recently recognized by Smart Cities Connect as the top community engagement initiative from among over 250 cities from around the world. Thank you.
And the winner is Mass TLC. Yes. Amazing. Congratulations to Mass TLC, the Massachusetts Technology Leadership Council, for the innovation work they are doing with their leadership programming. And now, Doug, for the final award, I'm going to hand it back to you.
Thanks, Karen. Congratulations, Mass TLC, on your win in that category. I now have the honor of introducing the final category in this year's awards, and that is the major impact on the tech community. This award recognizes the major impact on the tech community, the efforts of the teams or individual staff members who made a substantial impact on the tech community on behalf of your tech council or association, above and beyond the usual extraordinary work of the Technology Council. Please take a look at the amazing finalists for this award.
Hi y'all, it's Cara Snow, Chief Community Engagement Officer of the Technology Association of Oregon, here to talk about a big impact award that we are nominating TAO for. So recognizing that consumer privacy is a key issue in Oregon, following the adoption of GDPR in Europe, Skip Newberry, President and CEO of TAO, convened a policy summit in Bend, Oregon in 2018 with Harvard University, global and local data privacy experts and tech leaders, and the data privacy policy lead for the Oregon Attorney General, Ellen Rosenblum. Following that summit, Skip worked closely with Ellen's team to develop one of the country's first IoT data privacy bills, HB 2395, which went into effect on January 1st of 2019. That bill was supported by both the tech industry and consumer data privacy advocacy groups around the state, including the ACLU. Following the passage of the bill, Attorney General Rosenblum convened a data privacy task force in 2019 of only 7 representatives to discuss data privacy issues in the state of Oregon. Skip Newberry, with TAO, was asked to sit on the committee to represent the regional technology industry. Skip, on behalf of TAO and our members, is now taking the lead in working with the Attorney General to develop a set of voluntary industry standards alongside a narrowly tailored consumer data privacy bill for 2021. All of this is impacting the conversation around data privacy, facial recognition, equity and equality around the state and in the city of Portland. It is a major impact for the Oregon tech community, and we are really excited to nominate him for this Innovation Award.
Shields up. Red alert. Number 1, you've got the bridge. Hey, how's it going? Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got this shirt at Nerd Olympics a couple years ago. What's Nerd Olympics? Well, let me tell you about it. WeTech Alliance created Nerd Olympics in 2016 as a way to bring our local tech community together. Each year, 16 tech teams compete in a series of 6 different events over a 3-month period. Some of the past events examples include rock climbing, mechanical bull riding, axe throwing, curling, archery, and even a rock band competition where teams had to perform a song live in front of an audience of over 200 cheering fans. The Nerd Olympics season kicks off each year with our opening ceremonies and Minecraft torch lighting ceremony, and concludes with our closing ceremonies 3 months later, where we award our Nerd Cup trophy, which is literally a nerd cup mounted atop a stack of nerdy books, to the top team. Just like the real Olympics, we have gold, silver, and bronze medals, 3D printed of course, that are awarded at each event. Unlike the real Olympics, our Nerd Olympians aren't separated into men's and women's divisions. All of our competitors participate together, and there are no minimum or maximum requirements based on gender. Nerd Olympics is also about giving back. Each year, our teams compete in a community challenge which has seen thousands of supplies and cash donations made to local charities. 5 years in, not only is Nerd Olympics still going, but it's thriving, with last year's event selling out in a record 48 hours. So, that's the Nerd Olympics in a nutshell. On behalf of the entire WeTech Alliance team, I just want to thank TECNA for this opportunity, and I'd like to leave you with one thing. We expecto to win.
Awesome stuff. And Cara, I hope you're sitting down for this. The winner of the Major Impact on Tech Community Award is the Technology Association of Oregon. Congratulations, Cara and Skip and all the team at TAO. Awesome work, inspiring work that you do, and indeed that all of the finalists in this category have done. That wraps up the awards part of our program. I now want to hand it back to Cara for a few quick words in closing. Cara, please.
Thanks very much, Doug. I'm really proud of the team at TAO, and Skip Newberry's leadership is quite impressive. So with that, I get the opportunity to thank you all for your nominations and congratulate the finalists and winners once again. Thank you as well to our judging committee, and thank you a final time to our sponsors. And I'm going to go off script and thank a few more people here before we close out. Thank you to Alina Hardy, whose vision for this online awards program made it what it is today. We appreciate you and everything you do for TECNA. Thank you to Tim Jamal for your leadership as president of TECNA. And thank you to Doug Robertson, my tireless co-host, who I'm sure is dressed just as appropriately for this occasion, and to whom I'm grateful, and we all should be, for bringing the Innovation Awards to life during his tenure as board chair. Round of applause and big thanks to all of you. With that, we're going to end this celebration. Celebrate your success. You will receive awards, and the next time we're together, we will celebrate our 2020 winners as well as our 2021. In the interim, stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
Cara said we both agreed we'd get dressed up, and I thought I'd finish off this program by putting on my very special TECNA hat. Thank you, Cara. Thank you, Elena and Tim. Thank you to our sponsors and all involved, and especially thank you to all the staff of the members of TECNA across Canada and the U.S. It's just so amazing the work that you do, and I'm so proud that we've put in place a process to recognize your extraordinary work. So sorry we couldn't do this in person this year, but that is what it is, and we all look forward to seeing you all next year for the 2021 awards and getting together the way we always do as a TECNA family. Thanks so much. Have a great day.